I got options, bitch, talking like Honda, right to custom shit. I'ma get pushing cars on all my stocks. I has my shit vested in everything from value tested dividends. Living in houses in the hills, my life is different. Businesses, I've been doing that since I was little, yeah. Bigger than that, I'm doing the same thing on the biggest scale. Listen here, I can make $1 million anywhere. This ain't fair, I don't show my face cause I am everywhere. Let me in, you don't gotta like me.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I just want to thank you guys for the, sorry. Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Thank you for all the love that you guys showed on the last video. And today I didn't want to do any of the long holds. I wanted to show you guys some swing trade ideas. These swings I'm showing you are from what I think are the best to the kind of the worst, but they're all good ideas and they're all patterns that are developing. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first one I want to show you guys is MYOV. A lot of you guys who have been following me for a long time know this was a very this is a stock I've been long on since like 10, and it still their drug got developed, and they just got a $600 million some weeks ago. They got a $600 million upfront payment from Pfizer, and the stock price went down. So you know it's just institutions changing up stuff so they can load more shares. So I know this chart is messy. It's because I've been long, so my stuff gets messy. So let's delete all of that. And what this is making is we had this gap fill, and then we had weak hands selling it off. As you can see, we're making a descending wedge. I'll pop up what a descending wedge looks like and why it's a bullish pattern on the right. And so you can see that descending wedge. We have this gap fill here, which I think if we break to the downside, we're gonna fill this. And I would, if it gets to this point, I would load the boat on this stock. This is fair value is $50. So if it gets here, it's free money. Just know, buy when people are scared and sell when people are buying. We do have this resistance point at the 50-day moving average. That shouldn't be a problem. We have 200-day moving average coming in as support. So what I think can happen with this one is we break out to the upside. As you can see, we tried that today, but maybe we come down like this. We come down and then we break up. And then I would say price target for a swing trade would be that, take off 50%, and that is about a 10% swing from this price, about 10%. I would take 50% and let the rest run. As you can see, this has been a strong support resistance point. So I mean, it looks good there. We can move into the 1 hour to see how it's, yeah, you see how price is consolidating here. Volume is dying off while price is going up. So we're looking at a breakout. So I'm thinking this crosses with this, and we have a move to 22, easy 10%. I would maybe sell half and then let the rest run. If not, and it comes down to this gap, so we don't want to buy in now, right? We want to see how this pattern plays out. Don't get greedy, right? But if this comes to the bottom, I have alerts set. This is gonna be like, you're gonna clear cash to buy some of this. It's just like free money. You can't complain. So we can move to the 1 week, see how what this is looking like. Yeah, I mean, that looks good. That just looks like, yeah, so low volume sell, kind of low volume sell. I'm just thinking it's weekends getting out. We found perfect support here. Yeah, we bounced right off the 20-day. It's looking good, man. And this is just starting off, right? So you had your same thing happened here. Look what happened here. That's how beautiful this is. Same thing happened here. We flagged to the downside, right? And then we had that push. We had that push to the new high. So if this closes similar to this next week and we have this green candle, my price target would be, history likes to repeat itself. So we would have a sell here. This would be take off the next half, and then the rest I would put it at a $50 price target because that's fair value. But there's also opportunity cost. Money is opportunity, right? So there's the time cost part of it. But free money is free money. And as you can see here, this was before, I think here we got some bad data. Yeah, this is 2020. I think this was some bad data because this big drop. I think so. I'm not too sure what happened here, but I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna make our way up to here. We're gonna cup and handle. So what's gonna look like is we're gonna come up to here. We're gonna go like that, whatever. We're gonna come up, handle, and then we're gonna try for the $50 fair value mark. So that's that. This is a good swing. Keep an eye on it. It's a good company, and I like swinging good companies because even if you're caught bag holding, you're not really bag holding, you're just invested. This is for sure. They have an oral drug for it. They just got an oral drug out. They're the only for some cancer, I think ovarian cancer. Um, I know Pfizer just paid an upfront cash payment, $600 million. Their market cap was like 1.2, so it should be up 50%. It actually went down. I mean, what more do you want? Um, yeah, so our MACD is coming down, but I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Well, let's see on the daily how the MACD looks. Yeah, and then I think for this week, we're gonna see some price movement to the downside, kind of like it'll be squeezing. And I would look at loading the dips when it squeezes. So it's not get in today. Let's get in today for next week type of thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, we have your price targets here. So I would take off maybe 10-20%, seeing how, look at how the volume is. RSI is looking good. Look at how the volume is coming up. Let me go to this week where it started running. So yeah, this is a low volume stock, but I would keep an eye on volume. MACD is gonna squeeze to the upside. RSI is looking really good, and we have this crossover on the volume. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, so the next one is ZECH. ZECH. So Monster Shark Picks knows about this one, and this is kind of one that I found from him. And a lot of people that are on the Discord know that when it dropped here, I was telling everybody to buy, 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 buy. And what I like about this is uh, it was having trouble. So as you can see, we had this consolidation, and it was having trouble, broke to the downside, and everything got frenzied pickup. Like I'm not even joking. This lasted like 5 minutes. I couldn't even get an order in, because I had to clear cash and stuff, but I couldn't get an order in to get into one of these picks. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll hold it. I was kind of pissed off. But you see, this is a very strong buying pressure. So people are waiting on the dips. This is also a solar company, very good company. It's gonna do well in the future. This is a $1 stock, I would say so. And it was having trouble breaking this wedge, right? And now we had this restart, so now we're gonna retest it, and I think we're gonna blow right through it. Just my opinion. I would be loading the dips. Your supports are here. It's an OTC, so supports and resistances aren't that much. With the OTC, as long as you know you're holding something good and the patterns are playing out somewhat, I mean, you're good to go. Accumulation, you can see it was rising. MACD is a delayed indicator a lot of the times. We can go into the 1 hour to actually see what the MACD is going to be. As you can see, that's looking very good. I think we had this inverted hammer here. I think we're gonna come retest this 0.24. I would load here, and then we're gonna try and retest this breakout to 0.47. That's my price target, and I got that price target from what I call Elliott waves. So you had your wave 1 here, you had a healthy consolidation here. That's your wave 2. And 0.47 is also a strong resistance point. If you go on the weekly, you can see that's your strong resistance points all the way. So the price targets are take 50% off at 0.47, next 50% off at 0.64, and yep, just 1 second. Sorry guys, my phone is ringing, but now I'm back. So yeah, where I left on ZECH looks very solid. You saw it found really good support on the 200 MA. We have our other moving averages starting to like kind of frail out, which is looking like a really good bullish move. You can see the buying pressure very clearly here. Price targets are laid out, and they come from here. But I also think we're gonna see $1 very shortly. And as long as the bull market holds, we're gonna look at the dollar index after. But volume's looking good. Let's see accumulation index. It's doable, but this is just for the week, right? So yeah, so this would be, I want to see if, okay, good. What was scaring me was that it's looking to top out, but I guess we've seen bigger moves here. I don't know why this is on this side, but whatever. We've seen bigger moves, yeah, so I think we're going to see a move like this, and I think we've seen bigger, yeah. So this one knows how to run. I would get this on a dip and just hold on tight. I have been averaging on this all the time. A lot of my profit I put into this one. Solid company, solar, Biden play, stock looks good. All in all, really good company. I think this can give us $1, and over $1, I would re-enter if it closes over $1 and support volume looks good. I would buy some more because once you get over $1 and you're bullish, you can get to $2 no problem. All right, the next one is WWR. I have played the stock many times, but what I like about it is a couple of things. We're on the weekly, so you can see exactly what we're flagging. This is a full flag, right? Something just glitched. You have this wedge pattern. You can see a clear breakout on the weekly, right? I think we test $15 was the old high. I'll show you why we test that after, and I think then we are gonna go touch this 200 moving average wherever it is when we go touch it. But I think we're gonna top out over here. It's looking good. Volume is good. You see a clear breakout. We can go to the daily, and what do we see? I don't know, my Wi-Fi is being very slow. You see a big volume gap. I don't know why this is on this side, man. You're seeing your MACD starting to cross over, which is a very good sign. Volume is good. What I'm thinking is going to happen is the same thing that happened here. Maybe tomorrow we see a red day. I would look at the volume on that red day. If the volume isn't very high, so if it's a normal red day volume, then I would look for a swing to maybe retest this $15. It's looking good. Let's check short interest on this, shortsqueeze.com. Let's see if they have WWR. So shares short, prior shares short. Short interest is 3,200,000 shares. What's your float? Doesn't share float. WWR. Our float is shares outstanding is 19 million. Float is 15 million. What's institutional holding? 0.7. So yeah, the share short it's enough to make it run. But yeah, this looks like a clear breakout. I think we go retest our $15, and then I think $20 is not too far from 15. And after 20, we're able to break through 20. I don't think the market is gonna be bullish for that much longer, but we can go up and check the 30. Okay, next one, Clovis. This is actually when I was going to start a position in today, but I kind of wanted to see where it closed. What I like about this is we have very high short interest, very good institutional. So if we go into here and I show you Clovis Ecology, and I think we have PR coming out for a new IND coming soon. But if you come into here, institutional 60%, institutional transactions a positive 8%, so people are loading. Insider ownership is not too high, but this kind of sums up for that. And the shares outstanding is also really high. So a lot of times when company gets older and older, the insider ownership sometimes gets lower and lower because they start selling off their own shares. But this looks good. You can see that we have price targets at 29. Was this the newest one? Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is just going to be a nice little short squeeze. And if we go to shortsqueeze.com and I show you Clovis, you can see Short increases at a positive 19%. Share short is 36 million, which is going to cause for a nice, and days to cover is also high. So I think this is going to have a nice run on a nice PR day. What I don't like is how we didn't close over the 200. So what I'm watching for is this to cross this and then maybe a dip down. So instead of, we know the lines are there, but what I'm watching is a close over the 614 area. As you can see, it's been strong support resistance all the way through. I'm looking for, this is a flag, and I'll load a flag pattern on the right. This is your flag, kind of, right? Kind of a flag pattern. So we're gonna come like this, and then I think as we have a healthy consolidation and the short interest becomes more and more expensive to hold the short, because it's saying short interest ratio is 7.5, which is very high. So I'm thinking this comes down, we have this golden cross soon, and we come and we retest this $6 mark to $8 mark. So I'd be looking to buy these on the dips to the 100-day moving average. I would be loading the boat. And last but not least, Lantern. This is a solid company that I would guarantee is going to go 100% within the year. Why at this price point it's a steal. To keep a short summary, these guys are disruptive. It's a disruptive company. They just had an offering, so getting in at this price, you're kind of like, the books are very good. You're getting into a good company, and they just needed money to be able to do the disruptive things they want. As you can see, it's a very new company. We're on the daily. They're just getting started with the stuff that they're doing, but it's kind of like an AI-based medical, AI-based kind of making drugs through AI. They have like their own models and stuff, and you can see accumulation is good. I would look to get this on dips, secure it, hold it, and wait a year and you'll come and thank me. All right, and some housekeeping. A lot of people that follow me are in TFFP from my last video. We had a very good pop today, very, very nice pop. You know how last video I said that we were looking at closing above this wedge. We broke through it, and hitting an all-time high basically knocks out this wedge. Basically, this is now our support, and I would say we're gonna go and we're gonna come test out our $36 price target. As I said in my last video, I really like this for the short term and the long term. One, because of their, like, they have like, it's a very solid company, very solid technology. Second, there's like 11 PRs that are gonna come out probably quarter 1, quarter 2, because of how everything is lining up, and I can see that institutions are starting to realize that too. Maybe they watch, your boy's video, they're like, oh, I need to get into this. But yeah, it was a nice run today. And if you go to TFFP after hours, I think it was running after hours. So we did another 8% after hours just to make sure. Institutions are making sure we close over this $20 mark, and $20 if we close over, we see 30. 30 is a strong resistance point for mid caps. So when a mid cap goes into kind of large cap territory, it's the move from 30 to 36. From 30, this close above 30 will help you get into the $40, $50 range very easily. But then $50 is your next really strong resistance point. That's just psychological resistance points. And also Atom. I know a lot of people are in this. A lot of people are loving the stock. As you can see, $30 was your really strong resistance point. And same pattern as TFFP. This pattern repeats all the time. You had your breakout to the top. We closed over the 30, and now we should see the fair value of Atom actually is $50 after the news that came out, and we're gonna see up $50. And I think after $50, we're gonna move around this range a lot. But yeah, so as you can see, I actually drew out these waves a long time ago, and look how well it's respected it. So I said this was gonna be a $30 buyout, but I guess we're going over. But I knew, like I said, $30 is very strong resistance, 40, and then my price target is actually $89, because I think I might do a video on Atom, but Atom is lining up to be $150 within the year end, just because of they have, I think, 2 more JDAs that are going to be signed within this year. And also the JDA that they just signed, all the competitors are going to come. It's going to be a full bidding war. So I would say in the next couple of years, I think we're going to have a stock split, and the stock is going to be trading around $60 to $70 after a 5-to-1 split, or 1-to-5 split, sorry. Yeah, this is a very strong hold. Congrats to everybody that got in. I think I notified everybody about this at 10. I've been in since 8, then I bought some more at 10. It's been like 6 months. I'm glad it's paying off very nicely. I mean, you do your DD, you due diligence, you look into disruptive companies, and you'll be fine. TFFP is setting up to do the exact same thing. As I said in my last video, this is a disruptive freaking company. A lot of things going for them. They're practically making drugs for free. But yes. Oh, also TSNP. I know you guys were asking about that, so I just want to. TSNP is also another one of my plays. We had a nice 40% day today. Shout out to Monster for letting all y'all Discord people know about it and letting all the followers know about it. But we had a 40% day today. We broke over this, and I think our next resistance point is gonna be the 80 cents. 80 cents is going to be stronger resistance point, but I would also say this all-time high would be a strong resistance point. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys this. This MACD crossover is indicating we have another move to this side, right? So we had this really nice MACD crossover with price correlating and your RSI already low. So this was like a clear buy. I was actually going to do a video about this yesterday, but like I got busy. But this is a clear sign that we're going to come see new highs because RSI is lining up. So it's meaning it's oversold. We have your MACD crossing over. You have your patterns. So what this was forming was a wedge, like I've shown in every single thing. This is actually called a flag. You break out of your flag. You have your strong supports coming down. You filled your gaps, so now it's good for another rise. We also have investor meeting, I think Thursday. I think we're gonna see a solid news there. I think that's why this is running. But everybody that knows this stock knows it's a long hold. This could be a dollar stock. I think these guys are gonna do a reverse split just because they want to get into the Nasdaq. But I mean, I would go long on this company. I think I wouldn't sell. I've traded up my position, so I used to buy and sell throughout just to make a bigger position. So right now, I think I first bought in at 11 cents. Then I sold at a top of 0.22. Then I rebought at 0.15, and now my average is around 0.15. I didn't even think of selling the stock at this 43% push. I actually didn't even know it did a 43% push, but it's OTC, so you have to be aware. But that's been all. I hope you guys like, subscribe, share. If I made you guys money, please just share my YouTube channel. And I want to thank you guys for that 200 subscribers. It's been what? I think one video and you guys are killing it. Thank you. And trade at your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor, blah, 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 blah. And it's been fun. Thank you. Rayon signing out.